my name is Joy Deek and I am representing the Missions Board at Frontline Christian Center. On our board we have Elizabeth Hassett, Miriam Makovich, Morley and Donna Barnett, and of course Pastor Nate Carter. And on the Missions Board what we do is we make sure that our missionaries receive their support each month, and we keep track of the monies that come in and go out. And I'm here to let you know about our faith promise of what has been promised and what has already gone out. And so what we have brought in so far has been $11,700, and what we have put out is $12,300. Now we do have a little bit of a shortfall here, but we do know that God will provide. And what we want to ask you today is that if you are new to the congregation and you don't know what a faith promise is, this is where we give monthly to our missionaries, and which helps them pay for their own personal bills and any things that are in their own ministries that they have, and they all need the monthly support. And we don't only support the ones that I'm going to show you in a few minutes, but we also support ones that Pastor Nate has come in contact with that just feels that they need a little extra at some time. So we are, for as small as we are a missions-oriented church. And you know, God has called us to be missionaries and to help out. And so that is what the Missions Board does. We just help trying to keep everything organized, and so everybody receives the support that they are to be getting. So I would just like to thank all of you that have given already, and then just encourage anybody that has not come on board yet to give, that you would begin giving. And it isn't to us, it's not to Pastor Nate, it's for the missionaries. And we thank you so much for what you've given so far. All right, I'm going to show you where the missionaries are that we support, and I'm going to start with North America, and we're going to begin with Ann and Joe Trimatosi. They're in northern Florida here, and they work with Compassion Care with handicapped children and young adults. And right down in South Florida we have the One Hope Literature Ministry, and they translate Bibles for all around the world, mostly with children's ministries. And then we're going to move into the Dominican Republic area, and I have Dominican on here. I mention it because our youth would like to go to the Dominican Republic this summer, and we would like to support our own youth as well. And of course, next to the Dominican Republic is Haiti, and I've chosen Convoy of Hope there because we know that Convoy of Hope has been there with all the earthquakes that they've had. But you know, the Convoy of Hope goes all around the world wherever the needs are. If it's an earthquake or tornadoes, you will find the Convoy of Hope there helping. So we do support them as well. And we have Don and Terry Triplett from El Salvador. We move down to South America. We have Brazil in Belo Horizonte area. Our own Sharon Leibowitz has a ministry there as well. We go to Peru, and we have Samuel and Irene Sereno. When we go to Argentina, we have Rocky and Sherry Grams, which is Pastor Graham's son. Now moving to Europe, and we have JJ and Nella Ferro up here in our Romania area, and they work with the youth. Now, right here is Moldova, and we've been in contact with Troy Darren, and we would like to set up a missions trip for there. They cannot have us in 2012, but they're very anxious to have us in 2013. So we would really like to be praying about that. And then we have in Eurasia, we have Jonathan, Irina Frazier, and they're up in this area. And then we just recently started to support John and Pam Morton, and they are in the Middle East, and they really have dangerous things going on in their own lives. So we really need to keep John and Pam in our prayers, because they are in the Middle East and they kind of have to do things under hushed circumstances. So we do lift them up in prayer. Over here in Russia, we're also supporting Amber Heiss. She just recently moved there and married a missionary. We want to keep her in prayer as we support her. And then we just recently had Rebecca Johns from Thailand visiting us, and we are supporting her now, and this is where she is. And then lastly, we have Taiwan, Jonathan, and Joy Sick are over here. Another exciting thing we have going on at Frontline is our children's ministry, and the kids are collecting, and it's called BGMC. It's a missions education program for all kids in the Assemblies of God. BGMC stands for Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. Kids are challenged to help our missionaries, challenged to sacrificially give to missions, challenged to help the needy in the world, challenged to pray for the missionaries, and challenged to pray for various people groups. If you see any of our kids walking around with their little buddy barrels or boxes, drop a few coins in there to help them out. In closing, we'd like to thank you for your support that you've given. And remember, in Matthew 28:19, it says, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost." You know, each one of us are not able to go in the mission field, but we have many that are there, and so we're here to support them on the home front. So we do, again, we thank you for all you've done and all your support.